Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Lily and I'm a non-native English teacher. I'm currently living in England, the UK, and in this video I want to share some of the linguistic as well as cultural peculiarities that I have noticed over the past months that I've been living here in England. Before we move on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, leave this video a like, and now let's get started. The first word that I learned when I moved to the UK was the word allotment. An allotment is a plot of land that is divided up in sections which are rented to individuals or families for gardening purposes. Allotments are very similar to what most Americans call as community gardens, but they're not exactly the same. Community gardens, as the name suggests, are usually run by the communities, while here in Britain it is usually one family that is in charge of one piece of land, which is called an allotment. The second interesting thing that I learned is the names that people use to talk about their main evening meal. So when I was in the States, for example, we would call that dinner, right? We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I remember when I was studying in high school, in textbooks, we also saw the word supper. So I knew that maybe the word supper might be more British, so I was ready for that. And to my surprise, I realized that people call it tea. Like the drink tea, but they imply a whole meal. So basically, tea time means actually dinner time. Once I was making dinner and my host dad was like, "Oh, so you are in charge of the tea today?" And I was like, what does that even mean? I actually went online just to understand what is going on and why some people call it the tea. And turns out it's a very territorial thing. So here I'm showing you a map. We have top tea countries at the top and top dinner countries. So you see it's pretty much divided in the middle. And then if you live in the northern part of England, you say tea. And if you live in the south, you're more likely to use the word dinner. Confusing, but it is what it is. Observation number 3, which I found really fun to learn about, is the way people talk about time in English. So when I teach my students how to express time, one of the phrases that I teach them is half past, right? So when you talk about 3:30, it is 3:30. Turns out Brits actually omit the word past, and to talk about 3:30, they just say 3:30. Which to me, as a Ukrainian and Russian speaker, sounds a bit confusing because when we directly translate that phrase, it actually means 2:30 and not 3:30. You know, if you say 3:30, it would actually mean an hour before. So it took me a while just kind of to understand that, okay, that's the 2:30 and not 2:30. So anyway, confusing, but very, very common. The next word I absolutely love, it's the word cheers. And again, before I came here, I had thought that cheers was, just kind of this expression which you mostly use when you are drinking or something like that, or when it had a more celebration vibe to me for some reason. And when I came here, I'm currently living kind of in the northern central part of the UK. So again, it might be different depending on where you are, but people here use cheers when they want to say hi, when they want to say bye, and when they want to say thank you. So these 3 meanings I've observed already, and I'm pretty sure this is it has even more context to be used. So it's kind of like this universal word that you can just use independently of the context, and it will be relevant still. So I find that really, really interesting. Number 5 is a word that I learned here. It's the word banter. According to Cambridge Dictionary, banter is a conversation that is funny and not serious. For instance, he considered himself a master of witty banter. Or it can be used as a verb, which means pretty much the same. Yet to talk to someone in a friendly and humorous way. He stood around bantering with his colleagues. It is quite typical for British people to banter among their friends, so to use that humorous conversational tone and those little jokes among friends just to talk and to have fun and to have a few laughs. And the final thing that I find quite interesting is how much people in England use question tags. It honestly blows my mind because although I do teach question tags to students, and I think it's an important kind of little construction to brighten up your English, to me, it seemed to be a very not limited construction, but something I wouldn't want to use every single day, so only when it's appropriate. But people here use it every single day and in almost every single sentence. I kid you not. It seems to be a very important linguistic feature of the language that English people love to use. So it's just very interesting to listen to people's conversations and literally notice question tags in almost every single phrase. If you want me to continue sharing some experiences that I'm observing here in the UK, let me know in the comments too. Leave this video a like so that I know what is interesting and what is not interesting. I hope you have enjoyed this video and learned something new about language in Britain and culture in Britain. I'm finishing up for today and I will see you next Saturday. Bye bye.